welcome back to See Him at Sunrise. So we told you we were going to give you a woman on fire. Krystal TV series is designed to help you power up your life so you can live those dreams that you've been thinking about and wondering about. So this morning, our good friend, Krystal Chong, creator and founder, is here to give us the details about Krystal TV. What's a Krystal TV anyway? Welcome once again to See Him at Sunrise.
Hi, Krystal! Good morning! I always love being here. We always love having you. Listen, y'all remember Krystal, right? Remember she came on with her book that she wrote, and she taught us those really great meditation exercises, you know, to strengthen your mind and to calm yourself. Remember her? Yeah. She's back, and she's now taking it from book to screen.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do Krystal TV?
Well, you know, I want to talk about first what is Krystal TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, for me to do that, I need to ask you guys to do something for me.
Yes.
It's going to take 15 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you guys at home to do it as well.
Okay.
So we're going to close our eyes. I like getting our eyes closed here. Okay. And I want you to picture the best possible version of yourself. The very, 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 very best possible version of you. That is who you really are. Let go of any part of you that does not believe that. And so essentially, that's what Krystal TV is here to do. Because, you know, I think that we all want to let go of that part of ourselves, and we all want to live our most fulfilling lives and do the things that we're meant to do in the world and be the things that we're meant to do and feel proud of the life we're living. And at the end of our life, feel like, yes, I did it. I maxed out my life. I did everything I wanted to do. I couldn't have done it better. But it's really hard to let go of those parts of yourselves that are holding you back, which is a lot of times like a big mental thing. So essentially, Krystal TV is a motivational media company, which I'm launching next Tuesday. And it's focused on providing entertaining, relatable, but most importantly, actionable personal development.
Nice.
Because I feel like a lot of motivation and inspiration is really like, it's really inspiring and it's really energizing and it gives you a healthy perspective and it makes you feel good. And that's all really, really, really important because it gets you pumped up. But a lot of the times the problem for people, and for me especially, and you know, I think this happens for a lot of people, is that, well, you want to know specifically, okay, well, what should I do about this problem? Or how am I going to go and do this thing that I want to do? And so that's what Krystal TV is dedicated to doing, providing that inspiration, providing that motivation in a very relatable way, but then giving you specific action steps for how you could then go about doing those things that you want to do.
Okay, so you know what I love about your approach? Your approach is, as you say, actionable. So you always leave us with these little gems that we can take out. Listen, you don't want to see the perfect Nikisha that I created in my mind just now when you took me through that exercise. So you have this launched, 3 ways to, and then you leave it blank. What are those things that you're going to teach us at through Krystal TV?
Look at this lipstick on, and this shirt is so fabulous.
You're fabulous.
You're fabulous, and you're fabulous, and you're fabulous.
That's like an Oprah moment.
So fabulous.
Yeah.
So 3 Ways To is the first show on Krystal TV. And it's called 3 Ways To Power Up Your Life and Live Those Freaking Dreams Already, right?
Yeah.
And so essentially it covers a range of topics. So it's a bi-weekly 5-minute show which you can subscribe to, and you get it in your email box every 2 weeks. And it's just like a snippet of a topic. So there's a new topic every week. So for instance, the first topic is 3 ways to get yourself to do that stuff you're scared of doing. There's 3 ways to get your life on track, 3 ways to use your workout to power up your life goals, 3 ways to get comfortable outside your comfort zone. It's essentially 3 action steps specific to any topic that you want to work on. And then it's given in integrals of time because, you know, a book is really, really great if someone wants to really dive in and get deep on the matter like all at once.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't necessarily have the time for that or the focus for that because there's so many distractions going on. And it can sometimes be overwhelming for people. So this way, we do it topic specific. So you cover a topic, you get 3 action steps, and then you have a period in between where you can have the time to take that action, see the results from that action, and then, you know, in another 2 weeks, you have another topic for you to work on. So it's just like a way to like integrate something healthy and ongoing into your life, basically.
Has Krystal always been like this?
To be honest, yes, but it was in a very different way, which is how I got here.
Right.
Absolutely.
So for me, I'm extremely high energy, and my mind is like always going. And if you don't know how to like manage that, it can be extremely destructive.
Yeah.
Which was why I had issues with anxiety and depression in the beginning, which is what led me on this whole journey.
Right.
But when I learned to figure out how to use my mind and that energy and that overactivity like for me instead of against me, it completely changed my life. And so essentially that's how this whole stuff was born, because I was like, I've spoken to you guys about it before, but I had a fantastic job at a fantastic company, and I just felt like a lack of fulfillment, like there was something I was supposed to do with my life.
Right.
And I went on this journey to figure that out. And that journey healed those issues of anxiety and depression, which led to the book, which I launched earlier this year. And after I put that book out there, so many people wrote me emails, messaged me on Instagram to tell me about the things that were happening in their life after reading the book or doing their action steps. And it just made me feel like I want to share more.
Yes.
It's like I found this stuff that works for me,
And
I just want to share with other people, because there's so many people in this world. If everybody could just tap into living their most fulfilling life,
Absolutely.
it would change the world for the better.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to calm down.
No. Please don't calm down. Please don't calm down.
Of greatness right now.
I get so excited about it.
And as you should, and as you said, I know what's really good is you had something work for you and you want to share that greatness with the world. So how, for example, how is it a little different from being life coached?
I think life coach is more of an individual thing. And I don't think it's particularly different. It's just that it's a larger conversation. So I think with life coach, things that some people don't have access to a life coach.
Yeah.
Maybe some people, haven't found a life coach that fits for them. This is something that you can either look at it and you can be like, this is for me, or this is not for me. And then you can have it all the time. It's completely free, ongoing. So it's like very accessible, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And essentially like at your own convenience. So like for me, what I do is I have things that are motivational for me, like, another 5-minute show that I watch on TV. And every Tuesday it comes out, and every Tuesday I sit at lunch and I watch it. And it sort of gives me like that motivational feel to pump me up for the week. So that's really what I want this show to do for people.
Nice.
Wow. So who are you targeting with Krystal TV? Who is your viewer?
So essentially, I want to target people who want to live more fulfilling. There's this life that they feel like they're meant for. There's this version of themselves that they feel like they really want to be. They just have a challenge doing that because they have mental blocks in their head. Whether it's like fear, which is a really big one, which I talk a lot about in the show, and which holds people back so often from doing things that they want to do. But it's such a made-up thing. But it's not something that we talk enough about how to get past, Or it's people who suffer from issues like anxiety and depression, like I did, and who want to say, this is something that I struggle with, but it doesn't have to be something that dictates what will happen in my life. I can use these same things, that I'm emotionally in touch, that I'm considerate, that I'm compassionate, that I'm sensitive for a powerful purpose for myself, instead of using it to keep you down from doing that thing, because that's not why you're here.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. How has the book been so far?
Oh my
How is that
gosh.
thing? You shared earlier that, you got a lot of feedback. People have been reaching out to you. But give us a little bit more, since you launched it earlier this year. Kind of like, where is that taking you?
You want to know the truth?
Yes, I do. Absolutely. Our viewers do.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you guys the truth. Before I launched that book, I was more nervous than I'd ever been about anything in my entire life.
But most.
Oh my gosh.
Like, suppose they don't buy it,
Well, it was just suppose they don't like it. It was so, and first of all, that happens for everybody. When you do something, when you put yourself out
Absolutely.
there, it's always like, what if I'm rejected? What if people don't like it?
Right.
And for me, I was really afraid of that, because I felt really connected to the message, and it was something that was, one of the most powerful experiences that ever happened to me. And I was covered with fear, and anxiety about like putting this thing out there and changing my life from corporate world into this kind of space, And who am I to talk to people about what they should do with their lives? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I launched it, like slowly I started to get feedback from people. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, I just started to get like all these emails and all these messages telling me, most of all, that people felt that they were understood. Because I think that a lot of times people are not talking openly and just really personally and honestly about these kind of issues, you know? It's more like, you shouldn't do this, you should do this. It's not like, I understand how you feel.
Right.
And I think that's the thing that I was nervous about, which is that, you know, I'm not a psychologist.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm not a life coach.
Yeah.
I'm just someone who lived a life like the world told me to, that I found an issue with and went and found a solution that worked for myself. But I think that that's what people are connecting to, because a lot of the experiences I had, they had too.
Yeah.
And I think for them to see that there were things that I did that made me overcome that, it gave them hope to do that.
Yes.
And a lot of times what I hear is that the specific action steps are what people's favorite part is, because then it's like they can translate this specifically into their life about what they can do. And there's also a free workbook if you want to get very specific about how to translate that into your life. But then because they're taking that action, and this is my big thing in 3 Ways too, action is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of great ideas in our head, but until we're specifically taking that action, we're not going to see results, and we're not going to build that momentum, and we're not going to teach ourselves that all the things that we're afraid of, we don't really need to be afraid of. So people basically started taking action and basically started seeing magic happen in their life, which just made me feel like so much more empowered to put more out. And it's just been the most fantastic experience ever. And even if I only got 2 emails like that, if I knew that 2 people's lives were changed from that book, I would have had the same feeling. It's just that because the response was so overwhelming, I just felt like I just want to share more. And I'm scared to share more. I'm scared to launch Krystal TV, but I just feel like it's something I have to do. And so I basically just have to like get that fare, put it in my pocket, and then move forward anyways.
Absolutely. On page 94, it says, "What if I fall?" Question mark. Oh,
but my
darling.
What if you fly?
Right?
Oh my God.
That sums up for me what Krystal TV and Krystal book is about. What the hell am I supposed to do with my life is the title of the book. Krystal, we can't have you leave, first of all, you know, without taking us through one of your actionable exercises. But before that, where can we log in to get Krystal
where do you
TV?
subscribe?
Okay, so you can do it a couple ways. The easiest way is probably if you're on Instagram, to just find me on Instagram. It's Krystal, Krystal Chong. And then there's a link in my bio where you can subscribe for free. And the first 100 subscribers receive unlimited access to Krystal TV for life. For free. But it's free for everyone right now. So you can subscribe there. Or you can go straight to my website, KrystalChong.com. And then click the Krystal TV tab. And then you can subscribe there as well.
Right.
And the first episode is coming out next Wednesday.
Yes.
And that episode is going to be 3 ways to get yourself to do that stuff you're scared of doing.
Like that 3 ways too. I like the 3 ways too. And it's like I can just see us waiting to see, okay, what is next week 3 ways too? Like, what is it going to be?
Yeah, what's the next topic?
Yeah.
Oh, girl,
All right, take us through something.
what would you like me to say?
You know, like one of
3 ways
those.
too.
An
Give us
action
a
step.
3 way.
An action step.
Okay, I'll give you the first action step in 3 ways to get yourself to that stuff you're scared of doing.
All right.
Okay.
And so essentially what I explain is that every single person in the world, no matter their level of expertise, no matter how many things they've done, every time they're going to do something that's new to them or that you have to put yourself out there, they're experience fear.
Yeah.
So just understand that when you want to do something, if you feel fearful, that's just a normal part of the process. You just have to accept it and decide that, you know, I'm going to do this anyways. And a big way to get yourself to do that is, one, to think about, what if I don't do this? You know, and let
Very
the thought of a life unlived be scarier than failing or of judgment. And so specifically, what I want you to do at home is something that I do very often. Because as somebody with like a lot of nerves, I get nervous about things. And so what I want you to do is, which is step 1 of my first episode, and it is to book something or make a public announcement, which is what I did for Krystal TV. You know, it's something that I knew that I had to do, but I knew I was going to be too afraid to actually get myself to do it. So I literally like went live on Instagram, and I was like, you know what? I'm over making excuses. I could procrastinate for another 3 years because of fear. And I literally went live, and I was like, everyone, I am launching Krystal TV in 2 months. And then see ya. I was like, I was like, oh my God.
So now you've committed.
I got no choice.
Krystal.
So it's basically if you trap yourself into doing that stuff.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh! Listen, exactly. We can't stop, and we're not gonna stop. But we're gonna go for a break. Make sure you check out Krystal TV, KrystalChong.com. Bye.